Alpha.
Suspect armed and dangerous.
My name is Grant Whitus, and I will never forget what happened at Columbine High School, April 20th, 1999. As a young kid, I raced bikes, I raced motorcycles. I did everything that was related to adrenaline, so being a SWAT officer fit my life perfect. It was like a calling from the first day. Not only am I going to be a SWAT officer, I will lead SWAT someday. At 19 years old, I had that direction. I knew I was going to do it, and that's what I did. April 20th, 1999. That day, I was actually off cleaning my boat when the pager went off. I called into the sheriff's office, asked them what happened. That's when they told me there was a mass shooting going on at Columbine High School. So as I pulled up, I couldn't even park on that street. There were so many cop cars parked there. And it was chaos. Everybody was running in different directions. Cop cars were running off with injured children. It seemed like no one really knew exactly what to do. I ran to the back of the SWAT van. The guys were all ready. They started throwing my jacket on me, helmet. I was asking questions, and basically they told me multiple children shot, bombs are going off, the guys are still inside, there's been some shootings with patrol and them out back, and here we go. Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris. Their ultimate plan was to kill as many people as they possibly could. So they had a host of weapons. You know, they had shotguns, they had the rifles. In addition to that, what they caused most of the devastation with was the cricket bomb. So as they walked, they would strike that cricket bomb and throw it, and as it went off, certainly shrapnel would go in every direction. If you watch the footage, you see them go up, down the stairs to the cafeteria, shoot, back up the stairs. So people had been shot or shot at in every location. We were being told there was 9 shooters dressed in different attire all across the school. And a lot of that was a result of them moving up and down and firing in every direction. When the bomb went off in the cafeteria, the fire alarms went off, the sprinklers went off, so the rooms were flooded, all the doors shut, they locked. You know, I'd prepared my entire career for being in firefights. All I could think was, I'm gonna get blown up going through this window. It was so loud and so chaotic in there. The first room we came into the cafeteria, we had to break the door open, and the children were frozen. It is the first time I'd seen this phenomenon, and it's just sheer fear. And I said, let's go, we got to get out of here, and no one would move. So I finally reached down and grabbed the first one and just picked him up and pushed him, reached down to grab the second one. By that time, the third one was starting to move, and we'd yell, go, 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 and move them out. Every room we broke into, I assumed we'd be in a firefight. And then finally, we worked our way up into the science room. They had went upstairs, they got in a shooting with the teacher, Dave Sanders, as he was trying to clear out the students. What a hero, you know. So there we are, holding bandages on him, trying to keep him alive. He went from talking to us to barely breathing in a matter of minutes. And Dave wanted his wallet out so he could see his family. You know, what a hero, and I'm glad I got to, spend his last moments with him. Right across from there was the library. As I went left through that door, I had known then we found the location of the shooters, and we were about to be in a firefight. And there were 3 young girls laying on the floor. I stepped over one, and the second one right in the middle raised her arm for help, and it was clearly she'd been shot several times. And all I said was, I can't stop, hon. I had to move over them to go stop the shooters. Turn right, and that's where I found Klebold and Harris, obviously self-inflicted gun wounds. I opened the back door and said, get medical in here to get to that young lady that had been shot, and fortunately she survived it. But as soon as we got done with that area, I got to see the devastation to the children inside that library, and it was the most horrifying thing you could ever think you'd see that could happen to a child. They bring psychologists immediately to the team and make sure everybody's doing okay and no one's cracking right there. And then the parents came asking us, with photos, have you seen my child? And I can't even fathom what those parents were probably going through. At that time, 99, the world was unprepared for that day and had to learn from what we went through. I never thought in a million years I would see children shot in a school, so many of them. So after Columbine, I didn't know how much it affected me. There was never a moment that my body, I wasn't tense and I was heading in a bad direction for too long. Truthfully, SWAT guys don't talk. They could ask us questions all day long and we'd say, we're fine. And there was no way I was going to tell a psychologist I'm not fit for duty, so it's my fault. I'm one of the worst people when it comes to that. And then about a year to the date, my wife left me for somebody else. The thing that helped me the most in leaving that side, the dark side, was meeting Carrie. Her coming into my life, it brought an end to the life I was living and helped me straighten out my life. After Columbine, we started teaching across the United States. We were tasked with coming up with rapid and immediate response to mass shooters or mass killings. It was the worst thing that I'd ever went through, but I had got to educate thousands and thousands of law enforcement officers across the United States on how to do this. And I will train people as long as they will listen. Probably to the day I die, as long as there's one person standing there listening, I'll keep training and I'll keep talking. That's how I'm going to live the rest of my life.